Welcome back, everyone. Today I'll be analyzing the top 3 floor exercise qualifiers at the Paris Olympics. That's Simone Biles from the US, Rebecca Andrade from Brazil, and Jordan Chiles from the US. Jade Carey, the defending Olympic champion, faltered in her floor routine due to illness and did not qualify for the finals at the Olympics. I did these analyses from competitions leading up to the Olympics, and we can see the style, the skill level, and the approach that each athlete possesses. We can also see any modifications or changes they may have made to their routines. Let's get started with the analysis. Rebecca Andrade from Brazil. The most common mount for Rebecca is a layout front full step out into a round off back handspring tucked full in back out, or double back with a full twist. She's very springy and does this really easily. Again, here's a side by side with Jordan Chiles doing the same pass. They both open their front layout full, moving forward and keeping strong momentum moving across the floor quickly. They increase the length of their back handsprings to create power like a pole vaulter does with a fast run. Both have a very strong reach and throw with their arms and their chest, and Rebecca gets her knees up faster here, which makes her body smaller and increases her flip and twist rotation. Very similar position here. Rebecca has finished her twist completely and squared off for her back flip out to finish the skill. Rebecca lands slightly higher, but they both complete the skill very high and easily. For her second pass, she does a round off back handspring double layout full out or layout double back flip with a full twist, really nice. Here's a side by side with Jordan Chiles. They both have very long, powerful back handsprings that travel across the floor very fast. Here we can see a technical difference. Jordan starts her twist much earlier and does more of a full in or a full width in her double layout. Twisting later assures good flip rotation and is easier to spot the floor, but Jordan has a strong set and good flip rotation also. After the first half flip, Rebecca has just now started her twist where Jordan has done half of her full twist already. Great form from both of them. After one flip, Jordan has pretty much completed her full twist and Rebecca has completed a half twist. The end of the skill for Jordan is a layout backflip. The end of the skill for Rebecca is a branny or a front with a half. Her next pass is a round off back handspring double layout with a lot of power in this one. We see in the side by side with Jordan Chiles, they both have a low block angle and this helps them to launch up and not travel back too much. Great height and form from both of them. Pulling the arms down by the side at this point helps the chest rise up and speeds up the flip rotation in the second flip. They both complete their second flip landing comfortably, although Rebecca does rebound instead of absorbing the landing on this one. Her most common dismount is a round off back handspring double pike. She has nice arm and chest lift to initiate good height and speed in her flip rotation. She also has a really nice tight pike position with her legs glued together. And here she lands very high trying to absorb that landing. Very nice. Rebecca has very expressive and confident movement in her choreography. She also shows very high leaps with very nice flexibility. Nice split position here. This is a really cool triple spin with one leg held up vertical, or a Mustafina. This one's exceptional, and she'd probably like to do it this way every time. Really nicely done. I'm looking forward to see what her final routine is in the finals at the Olympics. She mounts with a full twisting double layout. When we look at a side-by-side comparison of the 2021 Olympic trials and now, they both look very solid. She does hers a little bit different than most other gymnasts. She does a layout full in where most do a full out. That just means her twist is mostly in the first flip instead of the more common second flip. Here's a side-by-side of world champion Angelina Melnikova that does a layout full in as well. Angelina has a slight leg separation, where Jordan has very tight form here, but they both finish the full twist identically and they both have very comfortable landings. In this side-by-side with Simone Biles full out, we can see the difference in the timing of their twists. Different techniques, but both done very nicely. Her second pass is a layout front with a full twist into a round off back handspring tucked full in or full twisting double back. This is a side by side of 2022 World Championships with the 2024 Nationals. At Worlds, she did 1.5 twist into her full in, but these look very similar and flow very smoothly into her full in back out in both versions. Here is her very trendy wolf turn. She normally does a double wolf turn, but it seemed that she'd spin as far as she could until she got off balance. Her leaps are dynamic and aggressive. She always has nice height and they're very dynamic. She has adequate split but not oversplit. She has a spring to her movements within her choreography. She has a strong dismount with a very comfortable and well done double layout. The one on the left from the 2024 Nationals she does as her dismount. The one on the right is from a past routine she does as a mount. They both look very solid and she's seemingly very consistent with her double layout. She's done other very nice and difficult combinations in her floor routine, but it seems that her 4 major tumbling passes are pretty set for the Olympic trials. This is a double layout full out or a full twisting double layout, and hers is the highest I've seen. Her technique is incredibly efficient. Just like a pole vaulter generates speed in the run, a gymnast generates speed in their back handspring. In gymnastics, the goal is to find the length of back handspring that allows you to travel across the floor as fast as possible. Simone's back handspring is incredibly long, and she's only 4 foot 8 inches tall. She plants her feet like a pole vaulter and explodes off the floor. Simone is uniquely patient to complete her lift before she starts her twist. She twists a little bit earlier these days, as you can see here, but she still completes her set and reaches her maximum height. There are 7 years between these two layout full-outs you're watching, and she still does it incredibly well dropping out of this skill. Watch for this. It looks like her back handspring is in fast motion and her flips are in slow motion because she goes so high. Let's take a look at her double-double layout, or 2 flips with 2 twists in the layout position. She completes her set and lift just as she did with her full twisting double layout. Look how late that is, very patient. You can actually see her chest rise as she initiates her twist, and look at the height, beautiful. Again, she finishes the full out and drops out of the skill, just satisfying to watch. There are not many female gymnasts that do this skill, but here's a side-by-side with Michaela Skinner. You can really see how patient Simone is with her lift and set. Skinner has already completed a half twist. It's instinctive for most gymnasts to twist early on these very difficult twisting skills because it speeds up the rotation, but it decreases the height. Skinner has a very strong throw and rotates remarkably fast, so she gets it around pretty well. Simone's patience and strength allow her to set with both height and speed of flip, so she finishes much higher. Just ideal technique. Here's a side-by-side of Jade Carey and Simone Biles. Again, we see Jade with a strong throw and very tight form, and Simone's patience and strong set and throw. They actually have a lot of similarities here, but because Jade twists much earlier than Simone, her double-double flips around very fast, but it's lower. Still, Jade and Simone both do this very difficult skill with great execution and very easily. Simone has many skills named after her, and this is one of them. It's a double layout half turn out. Again, it's Simone's patience that makes this skill possible for her. She really does a double layout and spots the floor, and at the last minute adds that half twist. She makes this look easy, but it's actually very difficult to be patient enough not to twist early. Very innovative and well done. It looks just as good now as it ever did. Her flexibility then and now still look great, but she consistently does not point her front toe. Of course, in slow motion this stands out much more. She's always been pretty consistent with these bent leg, one leg turns. She does them on beam as well. She does change up her tumbling passes from time to time, and sometimes she does a layout front full step out to a round off back handspring tuck double double. That's a double backflip with 2 twists. Or a tuck full in back out, which is a double backflip with 1 twist. On this side by side, she does a full in on the right side and a double double on the left side. She generates a lot of power out of her layout front full step out and makes both of these passes look casual. But for her, it looks like the only difference is really a tuck backflip or a tuck full flip. Really great technique. Here's a side by side with Jade and Simone. This is a very rare tumbling pass for women, and they both do this incredibly well, staying in a very tight tuck throughout. It's hard to stay tucked in twisting skills, and Simone is very good at keeping a tight tuck in even her most difficult twisting skills. Her normal dismount used to be a double-double, but it seems now that more often she dismounts with a double layout. Her then and now double layout both look very strong and comfortable, and almost identical. I do believe a double layout is easier to stick the landing. Let's get started with one of Simone's most difficult and impressive tumbling passes. This is a triple-double, or a tuck double backflip with 3 twists. The only 2 women that I'm aware that do a triple-double are Jade Carey and Simone Biles. I've already done a video analysis of Jade Carey, and I'll leave a link to that video in the description. This triple-double, in my view, breaks down to a double full in, full out, but I don't really know how she breaks it down in her mind. Let's take a look at a side-by-side comparison of Simone Biles' triple-double with Kenzo Shirai's triple-double. Kenzo is considered one of the best twisters in gymnastics by many, but he still opens up more than Simone on his twisting during his triple-double. Kenzo has more of a whipping around flip, while Simone goes straight up and rotates her flip via her tight tuck position. They both complete the skill very comfortably. She's so strong in the air, and she pulls her body through her twisting and flipping very fast. That gives her a lot of time to spot the ground and prepare for her landing. Just incredible technique and strength throughout this entire triple-double. I think one of her biggest challenges in her more difficult tumbling passes is staying in bounds. She has a very strong run, very long back handspring and snap down, and she's very bouncy and bounces out of bounds sometimes. Thanks again as always for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this video and got some value out of it. Feel free to like and subscribe to my channel and leave any thoughts you might have in the comments. Until next time, rock on.